guys, I am here at GenCon 2015 with Emerson, who is going to be demoing Specter Ops. Now, Emerson, you are the game designer of Specter Ops, and you work for Nazca Games, and you have partnered with Plaid to release Specter Ops. So tell us about this title.
Okay.
What is going on here?
In this game, one player is going to be playing the role of a secret agent. They're infiltrating this research and development facility. There are going to be 4 mission objectives on the board that they need to try to achieve. They just need to grab 3 out of the 4 mission objectives and escape through one of these escape points with the white arrows before the hunters, which are played by all the other players, are able to track them down and hunt them down. We've been calling this a stealth action game because we're inspired by like Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell, those type of titles.
Yeah.
So that is the gist of it.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Well, so what's the kind of the mechanical flow of this game? What can we expect on a turn-by-turn basis?
Sure. The rule set, the base rule set is very simple. The agent, all he does is move up to 4 spaces and possibly use an equipment card. All he needs to do is that wherever he lands or whenever he ends his movement, he just writes down on the sheet of paper. He can move up to 4 spaces.
Nice.
Super simple. The hunters, on the other hand, they can also move up to 4 spaces. They do have a vehicle that allows them to move up to 10 spaces.
Ooh.
Now, the thing that makes it unique is that each one of these hunters, as well as the agents, they have special abilities. So, for instance, we have the Beast. He's got the abilities of enhanced senses, and he's got brutal strength, so he may be able to do additional damage. We have like the Gun. Her ability is sharpshooting and sniper shots, so she is very good at taking the agent out at a distance. We have the Prophet, who's able to see into the future as well as the past. So based on what combinations of hunters that you have, it changes the way the dynamics of the game play. The agents, on the other hand, we have the 4 out here. Each one has like a minor special ability, but most of their power comes from the equipment. They're not genetically modified like the hunters are. So they rely on equipment such as flashbangs and smoke grenades and stealth fields and things like that.
Nice.
So because of all these special abilities, that's what makes each game going to be unique because of the different combinations that you can have.
So I, as the agent, am going to move up to 4. I could stand still and kind of just
you can.
throw people off.
Sometimes it's even good to just stand still.
And then I mark where that movement is. Now what happens if, on one of the hunters' turns, they walk past me or they walk near me? Is there any kind of mechanic, I imagine?
Yes, the main mechanic for the hunters is that they have line of sight down the row and column they're on. So line of sight rules are extremely simple, just row and column. So we have a very gridded board, and it's got this nice spot UV coating on it that allows you to see all the valid spaces. So let's say, for instance, this hunter, his name is the Beast. He can see down this column right here. He can't see past any of the structures, so these are only the spaces.
Wow.
If the agent, if he were to move, let's say from here, he moves 1, 2, 3, now he's able to get line of sight to the agent. The agent would have to place their figure on the board, revealing themselves.
Wow.
And at that point, the Beast is then able to roll the dice. You just need to roll equal to or higher than the distance to deal 1 point of damage.
Oh, nice.
Each agent has, as by default, 4 hit points. So for instance, if you can take all 4 of Blue Jay's hit points, the hunters win.
Wow.
So it's really simple.
Yeah, I imagine that you get in these situations where the agent has been seen
Yes.
and now makes essentially a mad scramble and has to kind of weigh the risk of which direction to go because they know that the agent's close, right? And they start to kind of zone in on that particular area.
Right, yeah.
How does the agent get away in that scenario? Is it ever just get cornered and, oh my gosh, I'm just losing?
Right. No, there's many situations and many opportunities to slip away. So let's say on this example, the Beast had fired, and then on the agent's turn, they would leave a token here to show that that's the last place that they were seen.
Nice.
And now the agent is now invisible. Now the hunters have to figure out where they went. They know that the agent can move up to 4 spaces, but perhaps the agent went 1, 2, 3, 4. It's hiding over here. Or maybe they went 1, 2, 3, 4. It's hiding over here. So now they have to figure out where could they have gone.
Wow.
With the mission objectives on the board, it kind of has some kind of a guidance as to where the agents might be going because they want to achieve those objectives. But will the agent move towards them, which is like the obvious thing to do, or will they back away or double back, which will then confuse the hunter? So there's a bit of a bluffing element in there as well.
That's absolutely fascinating. I'm just looking at this and hearing these rules. It seems like a very simple game, but in the perfect use of the word. In that you get in here, you immediately can start playing, and it looks like you would just have a great time playing this game. I can just see it happening. And the agent is trying to, you said, gather equipment and then move out of the building? Is that the
That's
idea?
correct. There's going to be these objectives here where these tokens are. The agent, all they need to do to complete an objective is to start their turn adjacent to it in one of these spaces. And at the start of their turn, they're going to flip this objective over. So now the hunters know that the agent was there. Then the agent takes their turn as normal, and they'll move 4 spaces away. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe hiding over in that corner. Or they could decide, you know what? The beast is right here. I'm going to fool him. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, move over there. The beast, on the beast turns, maybe he suspects, oh, the agent might have been over there or is running in this direction. He might move 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you can see down this road here, as well as this column. But notice that he passed the line of sight. So line of sight is actually checked at the end of the hunter's move. Beautiful. So he would not have known that the agent is there. So the agent can play some mind games to try to fool the hunters. There's a lot of trickery involved.
It's beautiful, Emerson. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
What would you say to people here at GenCon or just out there in the world on the channel that, there's a lot of board games out there and there's a lot of competition in this kind of space.
Right. Yeah.
Why Specter Ops? What is it about this game that it offers that nothing else on the market does?
Okay. There's a couple of unique things, but I think the thing that makes it stand out the most is that it is a very, very thematic hidden movement game with special powers. So the combination of those special powers is something that's interesting and unique, and I think it's very different from all the other hidden movement games out there on the market.
Emerson, thank you so much, man.
No, thank you.
This game looks phenomenal. You've obviously done a great job. It looks great. It looks like it's going to play great. And I'm actually may just grab a copy here. Okay, you sold me on it.
Awesome.
So thank you so much. Thank you, guys. We got more coming from GenCon, so stay tuned.